Hey guys, my name is Alex Carr and I'm from Denton, Texas. I was a part of the No Limits 45 group and I am so excited to share with whoever is listening, honestly. But I'm going to share a little bit about my story and then I am just going to go straight into one of the topics of training that was at our corporate training at No Limits. Um, so, when I was first introduced to Advocare, I had no idea what it was. I need y'all to know that because there is power in my story as we go out and share with other people. Um, I had no idea what Advocare was. I had never had a spark, and I was invited to an event, and I got in the room with some leadership, and I heard some stories. Um, and that is really what the game changer was for me, was those stories. But it was also third party credibility because not a lot of people knew it at the time, but my husband and I had always pictured me staying home once we started having kids. But financially, it wasn't an option for us. We started having kids a little bit sooner than we originally planned. And so we weren't at a point where I could stay home. And so, fast forward, I was invited to this Advocare event and I was introduced to Robbie Page, and she asked me, "How much would you need to be able to stay home?" And I said, $500 to $600, because I had done the math. You have to understand that there are going to be people who have a vision for their life, but they just don't think it's possible anymore. But if it's burning within them and you speak with strength, you're going to pull it out of them. So that's what I want to encourage you to do more than anything, is be strong with the message of Advocare. Because Robbie spoke with strength to me when she said, that can be done within a few months here. And you know what that did? That gave me a glimmer of hope. I hadn't even had a spark. I hadn't heard anything. But just the strength in her saying that it was possible opened my mind up to the fact that maybe it was possible. And then just imagine I'm sitting in that room and then I'm hearing the stories of the moms who were staying home with their babies and they were making more money than I was at my job. So I just want you to put all that together as I kind of share, my story. Because that was a game changer in my life, because I went home that night and I told my husband, this is what I'm doing, and still hadn't had a spark. But when someone has a fire burning within them and they were meant for this, they don't necessarily have to have a spark first. That, I'm not recommending that. Help people see the value in product too. But so that was just where I was, and so I got busy. We were gonna have to put our daughter in daycare, and for us that just wasn't okay. And so I got to work. I started sharing with anyone and everyone what was possible. Just the same thing that had been shared with me, is that it was possible. And so I started talking to people, sharing with people, sharing product with people. I got on product as a part of the job description. And within 24 days, I was down 20 pounds and 2 sizes. I continued on our core products and made healthier lifestyle changes, started just making better choices in that department because of the control I had from our incredible products. And within 6 months I was down 65 pounds and 5 sizes. And I've kept that off, continuing on our products and becoming more active just in my life, and what Advocare has helped me to be as a mom of now 2 small children, not just one. And I still feel great and am smaller than I ever was in high school. And I love the freedom that I have with how great I feel on product, and how I live in that 80-20 of, 80% of the time I make healthier choices, 20% of the time I still live life, but so I love the different options that product has added. And once I started sharing, I'll never forget, within 90 days of me being intentional, with our Advocare business, we got a check for $700, and I had quit my job, and we hadn't been getting any more checks from my previous job, and I remember that. I mean, we had to have that, and from that point on, I knew that Advocare was our solution. And so fast forward, that was 3 years ago. But what I want to encourage you all with right now is taking that leap from the comfortable to the uncomfortable, from the known, from the usual, from the mediocre, from the maybe good, maybe not mediocre. I'm not cutting down, where we are when we're first introduced to Advocare, because that's just what we know. That's the known. But I want to challenge you to look for the other side, the uncomfortable, the unknown, the what ifs, the vision of something bigger, and maybe not. And I don't just mean financially, because Advocare has added value to my home in ways that are far beyond financial, and that is adding options. Because just like in the beginning with us, we had a vision, we had a picture of what we wanted our family to look like, and Advocare was just the vehicle that got us there faster. We had a plan before Advocare. We had a plan of how we were going to get there eventually, but Advocare sped up the process for us. It was that vehicle that allowed us to accelerate that plan. And so now, we reached that first goal very fast, and I did start staying home, and I've been home with our kids for over 3 years. Well, I have a 1-year-old, so I've been home with one of them for over 3 years, and the other one I haven't missed a second. So just that, taking control of our destiny back then has changed the course of our family forever. The time that I've had with our kids, because I was willing to get uncomfortable, the time that I have with our kids every single day is incredible. And so we do Advocare so that we can experience life more with our family and our friends, and we love living life, and we have a blast, and life's too short to not have a blast every single day, and Advocare helps us to keep the main thing, and that's what I love. But it really does go back to, what's that vision that you have, and maybe it is a little bit scary. At first, when you think of something bigger than where you are right now, it's gonna be scary, but I encourage you to embrace that. Don't get scared and then back off. Get scared and then deal with that and then push through. Because taking that leap from that comfortable to the uncomfortable, yes, it's uncomfortable for a second, but just think of how rewarding it is once you're in that place. Because I know for me that I did get to that place, and it was incredible. And now I have a bigger picture for our family. We have a bigger vision for our family, and it's incredible. It fires me up, but I know that I have to get uncomfortable, and I know that there are a bunch of people out there who don't know that there are options other than what they know about right now. And so that's our mission, is to find those people who we're supposed to help. And so I want to leave you with this quote. It says, one basic truth about change is that allowing comfort, procrastination, and fear to convince you to avoid change will leave you with less tomorrow than you have today. So I just want to leave you with that, because for real, life is too short to be comfortable. And there is so much more for each of us if we would just embrace that process of becoming more, and not just financially, but as people, becoming more, and valuing those invaluable things, and pulling that out of people, adding value to people just every single day in the way you live your life and the way you serve and love people. So yeah, I just want to encourage y'all, and I'll leave you with this because this has been on my heart too. I'll leave you with this for a second time, because I know I already left you, but I'm coming back and I'm going to leave you again, because I've been thinking about the sunrise. and how, a few weeks ago I got up in the morning because I really wanted to see the sunrise. I hardly ever do that, and I was on a ranch, and so I was like, I'm going to see the sunrise. And I was sitting out there, and I just kind of realized, I just kind of had one of those moments. The sunrise is not, it's not a single event. Like if you're looking too hard, you'll miss it, because it doesn't just happen. It's a process. And the beautiful part about the sunrise is that you're there during the process. And I feel like that's exactly like your journey in Advocare, because if you're looking for a specific place to arrive, you'll miss it, because it's the journey. That's the beautiful part about who you become in the process. And so, yeah, I just want to encourage y'all with that, because the sunrise is beautiful because it is embracing the process of going from dark to light, and so anyway, I know that is a metaphor. I love metaphors. I hope y'all do too. I hope y'all are doing incredible, and yeah, take the leap, take back control, because only you can. And that's my last cliche of the day.